you hear me now?
Yeah, that's better. I can hear better.
Yeah.
Good evening and welcome to Evo May Fleet at the Bishop School. We have a senior night matchup tonight with the Jolla Country Day Torreys and the Bishop's Knights. And we are about to stop and pause for the national anthem. So, hold on.
Thank you. At this time, we're going to ask both teams
What was the moment of silence?
to get to their benches for the starting lineups for both games. Once again, let's give a hand for Mr. Hicks.
All right. Go back. Let's go.
What was the moment of silence? What was the moment of silence? What did they do that?
Mr. Hicks or something? Huh? Mr. Hicks, cool on. Let's go. We're on.
All right, for the Torreys. James Hapgood. It will be starting at one guard, number 2.
A freshman guard, number 22, John Hapgood.
And his twin brother, John Hapgood, another freshman,
A junior guard,
number 22.
25, Keon Bahim.
Keon Bahim will be playing the other position.
Number 34, Jason Taylor.
Jason Taylor will be the center for them.
Boy, the big name that's missing from that lineup tonight is
Yeah, the two senior stars. Ray Lou, the point guard, is out today. Looks like he might be injured, and Ryan Lamborg. Ryan Lamborg, the star player, is out.
Senior guard and captain, number 3.
that gives a real advantage to Bishops tonight, who have been playing extremely well over the last 5 or 6 games.
I can't hear it.
Senior forward, number 15, senior forward, number 24,
This is Jolla Country. Greetings. Here we go. The tip is 1, and the Knights control the ball. It's Anthony Wood running the point. It's senior night tonight. So the Knights start Wood and number 10, Dom Haley. And here comes Graham Cartwright around. Knights are running a little motion offense. With the ball dribble up top. Gives it to Cam in the corner. And Cam Azir hits the 3, falling out of bounds.
That's a good start for the Bishop Knights.
Cam
Could have been a
Azir.
foul on that shot, too.
Cam Azir is a senior starting his game tonight. As a senior night, he specializes in deep outside shots. There's a foul on the floor by number 24, Graham Cartwright. His first foul. Wow, Coach, this is going to be an explosive offensive game, I think. Both teams are going to really shoot it. Let's see if they make it.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, what makes you think they're going to be an explosive offensive game?
Well, explosive shooting, Coach.
No.
And dribble drive, penetration by Hapgood, and it's a travel. It's hard to penetrate when the defense is kind of loaded up, but the freshmen are learning their way. They had 48 points a couple days ago against Francis Parker. So that's a dynamic freshman duo, the Hapgood twins.
And the missing shot from high school basketball, the pull-up jumper.
You said it. And the ball's reversed. Rose back to Wood. And back to Azier. And good offensive flow. Side top side. Need a little bit more screening here. And Cartwright takes it off. And he finishes. That's going to be interesting, Coach, when you run a motion offense and you move the defense. Sometimes your 6'10 player is 25 feet outside. So that really bodes well for the Knights. Here it comes. And Hapgood's pass into Taylor. And it's up and it's good. Taylor's going to be a focal point today without the two senior starters. And here's a 2-3 zone.
Did you get a chance to talk to the coach from La Jolla Country Day?
I talked to him a little bit. He said that his two seniors were, and Azier pulls up from 24 feet. Two seniors were injured. Go. Move your mic closer. And the Torreys are going to have the ball. And here comes Hapgood. We have John Hapgood dribbling the ball up the floor. And Cartwright defending. And the switch here, Dom Haley covering James Hapgood, and another foul. Now that is the third foul with 5 minutes and 54 seconds, Coach.
And I thought the referee bailed him out on that call. I mean, the guy's out of control.
I agree.
And he's just trying to force the issue.
These twins are aggressive for freshmen. They're really definitely trying to push the issue here. Ball's out to Taylor. And Hapgood yo-yoing up top with the key. John Hapgood being covered by Cartwright. And a steal by Camazier. And the ball is going to the Knights.
Wow. The referees are looking at one another. That was an easy call for me.
Coach,
White ball.
You have been around this game for about what now? How many years has it been?
46 years.
46 years. So I think these guys are not as well tenured as you are. And Azier open again. And the shot looked good, but is off. It's one thing the Tories, I think, maybe don't understand is Azier is really a three-point specialist. Might match up with him quicker in that zone.
He was left wide open up for that shot. There wasn't much of a hand up on it or anything.
44, Sam Coleman with the ball. Drops it in. And looked like a push off there, but the big fella gets it again. So obviously this is his fourth point. He's going to be a handful. They've got to front him probably, Coach. How do you defend somebody 6'10 like that with pretty good hands?
Pretty good hands, but I would stay behind him and make him shoot over me. I mean, Rose has given up maybe 2-3 inches, but he hasn't shown me that he can make a move. Those are two easy plays with him being fronted and no help on the weak side.
Hapgood with the block on Wood. And the pass up to Taylor. Back up to Hapgood. Good inside outside. Azier with the rebound. And here comes Wood down the floor. Over to Haley. Into Graham Cartwright, and it's a push. Nice pass by Haley. Haley played point guard for me in the middle school at Bishop's. He's kind of a point forward. He's got some point guard qualities. Out comes number 15, Camazier. Number 10, Dom Haley. In comes number junior point guard Zach White, and junior number 20 Desai. So these are two Bishop starters who normally start games because of senior night have come off the bench. And here's the motion game again for the Knights. And White shoots a contested one, is short. Long rebound comes out to John Hapgood. Over to his brother James Hapgood, and penetrates. and is out of bounds against the Torreys. So we have a close game here. We have a 5-4 battle. Two teams that know each other well. We have a ball reversal here. White with the ball up top. The pick and roll. There's a switch here. And Christian Rose is open. Nice pump fake. Backdoor cut.
And a bad decision. He had a pull-up. He should have taken a pull-up.
The ball is with Hapgood. Wood covering him. Hapgood's got a lot of speed for a freshman. Coleman with the open three. And misses the goal. So it's interesting, Coach. Both teams are kind of feeling each other out. What are your thoughts about the first couple minutes of the game?
A little stagnant. Shooting's not very good, and they seem a little hesitant. It's not like they're into the flow of the game yet.
Well, these are big games between the Knights and Torreys on senior night. We have a packed sellout, about 850 people here, which really fills out the gym pretty well. Rose up top with the drive and partially blocked by Taylor. And the pickup. That's one thing I notice, coaches. Players don't always. And nice pass by Wood. So Wood had a nice steal. And we have an outstanding finish by Rose and foul by Hapgood, number 2. So James Hapgood with the foul. You know, when I coached, one of my pet peeves was when players pick the ball up without really grabbing it with two hands. And I think you see that a lot, and players not securing loose balls. Rose.
Yeah, what's the definition of a good pass? One that's thrown and one that's caught.
There you go. I like that.
You should never throw the ball to a guy unless he's calling for it with his hands, his eyes, or his mouth. Hopefully, at least 2 of those, preferably all 3 of those.
And the foul is going to be called on number 0, Zach White. So that is the 5th foul for the Knights. Zach White with the foul. And there's a switch here. White with the defense up at the top of the key. And the Torreys are off pick and roll. Not a lot of spacing here. Hapgood penetrates into Taylor. And shot clock running down to 8 seconds. And good defense by the Knights. A block shot by Cartwright.
Sure was.
And here comes Wood.
Ooh.
Inside out. Nice pull-up jumper by White. Short. And the Tories recover. Push the ball up to Hapgood. He's open. And he misses. Here come the Knights again. Transitioning down. Ball's reversed here up at the top of the key. White wants 5, which is their motion offense. And here comes the first cut. Good ball reversal. And there's the nice pass off the cut. Rose hesitated, probably didn't need to hesitate.
No, not at all. He's got to take that hard to the basket, too.
One thing I noticed, Coach, is in the motion offense, the ball really needs to move. And the Knights seem to be breaking it off, bouncing early in the possession, limiting the ability for the ball to go side, top, side.
Yeah, if you're going to run a motion offense like that, you got to move the ball faster than the defense moves their feet.
Now
Go ahead.
Knights are in a 1-2-2 zone. Tories take the ball out.
Oh. Yep.
Player number 4. And it's a travel for the Tories. Well, I think because of the 2 stars are out for the Knights, we're going to see maybe more players than we normally see. Looks like there's some young players on the floor for the Tories.
And Jason Taylor's out of the game, so I'd go inside Rose.
That is a great call. And here's a set they like to run. It's a slip. And there's a dunk and a foul. So, Coach, that was outstanding. I'm going to call you Nostradamus here. You saw the opportunity to take advantage of the young player. And Rose.
Looks like Rose may have cut his hand when he dunked the ball.
Well, see, that was something I never had to worry about, Coach. That's the problem with jumping as high. Well, that was an outstanding executed team. You could see Coach Levine saw exactly what you saw, which was the matchup opportunity, and that's a set play for you folks at home. It's a fake pick and roll, and it's called a slip screen. We got a nice trap in the corner here, and the ball's reversed out by the Torreys.
Yeah, the energy level's starting to go up here. This is better.
A lot of bouncing and a lot of three-point shots. That's what I see. And here comes ball's with the side. A nice dribble penetration. Rose off balance. There's contact, but no foul called. Hapgood with the ball, dribble drive. And again, contact, but no foul. So the referee's going to let him play a little bit. It's like Rose has a cut, Coach.
Yeah, when he dunked the ball, he had his hand on the rim.
And we have...
It's amazing the referees haven't picked that up yet.
It's interesting, isn't it? 10-4, Knights are up, 50 seconds left in the game. Hapgood dribble penetration. And he throws up a wild shot. White with the ball, pushing. Sai is spaced all the way outside the court. Here comes White. Off balance. And ball is rebounded and pushed up the floor for the Torreys. Shot in the corner, and it's a basket. One shot.
You know, these kids would be better served on those drives if they would jump stop and power the ball in, or pull up short and take the pull up. If you're going to drive, you got to go to the rim.
And the Knights are holding for one shot, running the set to Sai, who's wide open. And he hits the three. Sai in the
That was
corner.
a well-executed play.
And that is it, 13-6. Torreys really struggled to score, Coach. Give me your analysis of the first quarter there.
I thought everything favored Bishops. If they didn't get those two easy layups by the big guy, Taylor, it would be 13-2. I thought the game kind of started off slow, but towards the later part of the first quarter, they kind of picked up the intensity. It'll be interesting to see what happens here in the second quarter. And La Jolla Country Day has to find some kind of offensive rhythm.
It's interesting. I would agree with you 100%. It's interesting that the Torreys are really struggling, I think, with their identity. When you take out your starting point guard, who's a senior and a four-year starter, and your starting shooting guard, who's committed to Princeton next year, you change your focus. And I think the Twins now have gone from being role players to being lead players. And there were some empty possessions, a lot of bounces in tight spots and some wild shots. So let's see if Coach Meyer can get them settled in. The Knights, on the other hand, what did you think about the Knights' offensive play in the first quarter?
I thought they ran their patterns really well. They got to finish around the hoop, and they got to take a look to take advantage of Rose in the post, especially if La Jolla Country Day keeps the big guy out of the game, which it looks like. Nope, he's not starting the second quarter.
Yeah, so this is an interesting group for the Torreys. You have a lot of young players and you have a lot of smaller players. So let's see, they're going to zone. Wood with the ball at the top. Sai in the corner, a shooter to watch, Owen.
And White.
And here's Wood from the top of the key. Misses, and Hapgood with the rebound. Another foul, and who's that on?
Probably White.
If that's on White, that's his second foul. It was on 22. It's 20 maybe. Is that on Dash side? Oh, sorry. And the Knights have possession. Sorry, we were
Why? What happened?
misled. We're not sure. So White takes the ball in bounds into Wood and hits the three. You know, Anthony Wood is really one of the most improved players of the team this year. He's really worked on a shot, and he's such an important perimeter defender. Always takes the best offensive player. Sulpizio Bass Sulpizio with the three. Young player there, wide open three. White got lost and missed him, and catch a 16-9 here, 7 minutes and 20 seconds. Knights moving it really effectively against the zone. And the ball is knocked out of bounds by the Knights.
I don't understand why kids do that. I got a perfectly nice pull-up jumper inside the free throw line, and they kick it out for a 3.
You know, it's an interesting culture, and I think it might be coming from the NBA, but the three-point shot has really taken over high school, like it or not. And there's another 3 for the Torreys. And Knights rebound the ball, push it down the floor. And Wood misses.
Everybody throws that right into the La Jolla Country Day bench.
Throws it into the Country Day bench. We have a press and does a good job. And Desai with a nice rotation over on the big fella.
Yeah, after watching the Jason Taylor for La Jolla Country Day, I would definitely stay behind him and make him shoot over me. I wouldn't front him.
And the Torreys again, rebound, and it's a foul. So number 2, James Hapgood will go to the line. Anthony Wood with his first foul. You can see this Torreys team try to figure out what they have to do to score. It seems like a lot of kind of disjointed offensive actions right now, but Hapgood twins are really scrappy. They're really excellent to the glass, excellent to the floor, and they play with great energy. They might find themselves on the line all night. Good misses the first and makes the second. We have a 16-10 game with 6 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in the half. There's White from deep, and he hits it. You know, it's interesting that the zone is probably being used right now to defend against Christian Rose, but Zach White's the best shooter in the gym. So I'm curious why they don't get out and run him off that line, Coach. Any thoughts?
Yeah, they sure should have.
We've seen this before, haven't we? We saw this against Loyola High when they went into the zone in the second quarter, and White went nuts on the line. Here's a turnover by Hapgood, and here comes Wood. Intercepted. Good hustle back by Sulpizio. And
don't get your third.
And it's a push. Again, you have a lot of out-of-control players. What do you think you attribute that to, Coach? Why are we going up and down and turning the ball over as much? I don't see great defense here. Is it defense? What is it?
Bad decisions, bad moves. And I would also agree with you. They see this stuff in the NBA, and they think it just kind of trickles down.
The one thing I think when you watch an NBA player, they really play at 2 or 3 speeds, and it really looks like high school players try to play at 1 speed. And I think we kind of see that between free throw lines, they're sprinting, but then they have to kind of slow down and make decisions. And a lot of out-of-control play right now. 6 fouls against the Knights. They're up 19-11. That'll be something we'll watch. Hapgood at the line, makes the first, and he makes the second, 19-12.
Oh, that was a foul. That's a bad foul. Why reach like that? You're the biggest guy in the gym.
Jason
Use
Taylor.
your height to your advantage.
There's no zone here situation. And it's a timeout by the Knights. Coach Levine didn't like what he saw and called a timeout. You know, Jason Taylor's got to play this game. Last game the Knights played against the Torreys, Jason Taylor really was not a factor. He struggled to cover the Knights post player, Chris Rose. So I'm interested to see if he can play with fouls. He's got to play minutes in this game because he's a focal point for them offensively with all the young players that they're playing right now.
And so far he hasn't risen to the challenge yet.
No, Jason Taylor has 4 points thus far.
And those are early points.
That's exactly right. So this is interesting. This is the last. they can't get fouled. But we're on, and here we are back. Zach White taking the ball. And into Anthony Wood. Wood yo-yoing up top. Dribble handoff comes into Whitey. Pull-up jumper. And Taylor comes in at 6'9" and blocks it cleanly. And the foul is now on White.
Is that his third?
Let's find out how many fouls Zach White has. That's his second foul. So that's a frustration foul. And it's tough, when you shoot against that length, that is the challenge, is making sure that you see the player come up and maybe go around him. So Jason Taylor will shoot foul shots now. It's pretty early to be in the bonus, Coach. Any thoughts about that?
Well, 7 fouls. Yeah, you're right. It's a little bit early, but La Jolla Country Day's got 5, so it's been pretty even.
Right.
It's the quality of the fouls. I don't think anybody's getting their money's worth on their fouls. A lot of sloppy reaching and not moving their feet defensively.
I would agree. Now, what do you do with Zach White? There's 5 minutes and 47 seconds left in the first half. Do you play him with 2?
Oh, yes. Yeah, you need him in the game.
Yeah, Chris Rose
I just call him over and tell him, don't get your third.
And Taylor misses a shot. Cartwright with the rebound. And here they flow down the floor with Wood, handle the ball. And Sy in the corner. Sy is really a very effective corner shooter. So it's interesting teams sometimes forget about him. And here comes the motion pattern. White picks up his dribble. And ball goes side, top side.
Well,
White penetrates and out to Wood, back into White. 2 seconds on the shot clock. That's a really poor possession.
That was the best defense La Jolla Country Day has played so far this game.
The motion will work with better cutting and better screening, but there looks like they're breaking off the play, and it doesn't appear that the Knights are patient enough to run the action. We have a celebrity guest here. Billy Asaf is here. Middle school girls coach at St. Margaret. So there are a lot of coaches in the audience here today. And here comes the pass into Taylor, and Taylor scores. Now Taylor's got 6 points. That looked like a push-off there.
It was a push-off, and again, I don't know why they're fronting him. I'd stay behind him. He's yet to show me he's got any kind of a move.
Dom Haley up at the top, inside, outside, bingo. Oh, missed the shot. Wood with a nice look. Like that pass from Haley. In comes Christian Rose. One of the challenges picking Christian out is you lose a lot of length. And I think that was something Coach Levine decided to do and bring him back in because everybody is about 6'1" or so. In comes R.J. Faltinsky, Jr., 6'2.5". Hapgood with the ball up top, and a foul by R.J. Faltinsky.
And here we go. It's 19-14. La Jolla Country Day is creeping back into the game.
These are not good fouls. These are reaches, and these are not fouls, as you said, get your money's worth. These are not the fouls you want to do. Put La Jolla Country in line. This is a team that's really struggling to score. You take Taylor away, and they don't have any real bona fide scores. They have a lot of guys that are trying to figure out how to run offense. I haven't really seen the Torreys run an effective pattern yet on offense. Have you?
No.
So
and then that zone is bothering Bishops. They're not getting the same kind of quality shots they were getting when La Jolla Country Day was playing man-to-man. That was a good move by Coach Myers to put him in the zone. What's the delay now?
We might have
discrepancy at the scorers table.
Discrepancy at the scores table. I think they're trying to find out who got the last foul. I think Woods got 2. Faltinsky has 1. The Cartwright has 1. Rose has 1. Wood has 1. I'm not sure what the problem is here. Knights have played 9 players because of senior night. 9 players have rotated through. So it's an interesting game. It's hard really to get a rhythm. There have been a lot of stoppages. There have been a lot of missed shots. There have been a lot of fouls. And we're just really kind of, the crowd is waiting for something to happen. Do you sense that that's something's going to happen here soon, Coach?
At least a free throw. Here we go.
Hapgood at the line. And he makes the first one. The Hapgood brothers have been on the line a lot today.
And this is the 4-point ball game now. Bishops is not making La Jolla Country Day earn it.
Upton misses the second one. Cartwright with the rebound. Here comes Zach White yo-yoing down the court. And it's zone again. We've got the high post open there. Martinsky reverses over to White. Inside to Graham Cartwright and a foul. That looked like maybe number 2 Hepgood. It was on number 10.
All right, next foul. Bishops is in the bonus. They're really struggling against this zone. They're not getting the kind of quality shots they were getting earlier in the game. Even this inbound play is a struggle.
You can't try baseline there. There's the 2-3 zone, and there's a 6'9" guy waiting for you. White with the ball, top of the key. Yo-yoing, infoul Faltinsky. I'm noticing Faltinsky's not looking at the rim, Coach. And White with the errant pass.
Oh, got a bounce.
Oh, wow.
Bishops got away with one.
And deep 3.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
That breaks the scoring drought for the Bishops.
Chris Rose, did you see his feet out of bounds, Coach? We had the best seat in the house.
Yeah. Woods was definitely out of bounds.
Yeah. Wow, that was a great.
And the referee wasn't that far away. I don't know how he missed it. Well, that was a walk.
And Faltinsky defending Sulpizio Bass Sulpizio. Goes up top. And Wood with the steal. And baskets.
Boy, they were just within 4. Now they're down by 9.
And shot blocked by Graham
How
Cartwright.
quickly it turns.
Wow. You know, that was just a 5-point swing right there. It was 19-15.
The 2 best players are out.
And here comes the ball coming in, and the Knights smell blood. The Rose, and he's out of bounds. I feel like the Knights really feel this could be a shift in the game. It's a 24-15 game, and the Torreys look vulnerable, don't they, Coach?
They do. They look very vulnerable.
Out comes Bass Sulpizio, and now you have one Hapgood on the floor. Screen over, rejects the screen, and kind of a wild drive. You know, I never understand why so many players reject screens. You got a 6'9" guy up there top of the key and you reject the screen. I think sometimes that's done too often.
You want that big switch going on.
There's another rejection of the screen. And shot is deep and it's missed. And offensive rebound by the Torreys. Yeah, it looks like the Torreys here are getting a little bit itching to shoot the 3. They don't look comfortable, Coach.
And now they're kind of going back to what they were doing before. They got them behind.
Ball's inbounded here. Penetration. And Rose affects the shot. Faltinsky with the rebound. And the Knights will have the ball. And here come the Knights. And you have ball into Wood, back to White, over to Faltinsky. Ball movement.
Got to be ready to catch and shoot.
Yeah, you have to look at the rim. There's Faltinsky for an open 3. In and out. And knocked out by the Knights. What's the best way to attack a zone? Maybe you could tell our audience, how do you attack a 2-3 zone here?
Well, all zones are the same in the corner. They're all a 1-2-2 in the corner. So no matter what you face out front, it's always the same in the corner. You got to attack the gaps. You got to dribble in the gaps. You got to move the ball quickly from side to side. You got to take advantage of what you have as a team.
A nice pass by Hapgood to number 4, Aiden Reese.
This is your outside shooting. This is your post players. But just like in the man-to-man, in the zone, you got to move the ball faster than they move their feet.
And White with the deep 3, and it's in. So Zach White has 2 threes, and he's starting to heat up after coming off the bench for senior night. And the Knights are up 27-17, a minute 50 left in the game. Open 3, and up and out. Wood with the rebound. Knights have a chance to go up more than double digits, and the ball is intercepted and stolen. Out of bounds. Yeah, it's hard to see. Both teams are struggling to get into rhythm here. That side is in for R.J. Faltinsky. Side gives you perimeter shooting here. So let's see. The Knights have their starting lineup. And
There's
minute 37 left.
5, and they're up by 10. Let's see what they get here.
Here it comes. Yeah, he's wide open there. Nice overload play here for the shooter. And the big fella gets the rebound, and he's going back up. And Taylor with the block against Rose. Hapgood pushing the ball up for the Torreys. Nice to have somebody 6'9" who can erase shots. Wild shot on the spin. Goes out. Side with the rebound. And here come the Knights settling in. Minute left in the first half. And Wood is yo-yoing up at the top. There is a call. And what is the call, Coach? I missed that one.
Some kind of a warning. It looks like it's on the Bishop's bench on one of the assistant coaches. Oh, he's looking to hit him. He didn't like whatever he said, the referee didn't like.
It's interesting that the ball was down here and he was going down to half court to talk to the Bishop's coach. All right, we have Zach White up at the top of the key. A minute left with 27-17. Knights in control. Cartwright with the ball up top, over to Wood. Back to Cartwright. Back to Wood. Nice ball fake. Good inside penetration. Outstanding look. And
ooh, that was a foul. And no call.
Rhodes' shot was off, but intercepted or cut by Desai, and Coach Levine says line. So let's see here. A lot of times this is a shooter who pops out, and Rose, oh, he was wide open, grabbed Cartwright in the middle.
Cartwright was wide open in the
So
post.
3 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Rose. I think he's going to hit it. Nope, front of the rim. And
oh, that was it.
Oh, and it's a double
go.
dribble. Cartwright is really a tenacious player, Coach. He's good on the boards, but he's also just good at running to the ball. Some players have that gift.
Yeah, he's a blue-collar type of player. Does all the little things you need in order to win a game.
And I think that's why he plays. I think that's why Coach Levine trusts him. He really defends and he rebounds and he creates extra possessions. Now with 26 seconds left, will the Knights hold on for one or will they shoot? And they're saying 1-1-1. And here's Cy. Cy is the threat, so there are 3 perimeter shooters for the Knights. And then they have their high post player. 10 seconds on the clock, so I see here comes White, and he's out 24 feet, and he hits it. And that is a dagger right there. And oh! I think that counts, and it does count. So Hapgood with the 3. So that is 2 big shots in just a couple seconds. So right now we are done with the first half. Exciting. It really heated up the last couple minutes with your Bishop's Knights 30 and La Jolla Country Day Torrey's 20 points. Coach, thoughts about the first half?
Kind of sluggish. Kind of stagnant. Both teams trying to find their level. I thought pretty much Bishop's dominated the first half. You know, I thought La Jolla Country Day, when they cut it to 19-15, had a real chance to get them right back in the game. And a 3 and a turnover and a layup, and they're down by 9 right away. So, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments the coaches make at halftime.
We're not on. All right, Coach. I want to just ask you a little bit about the game. What were your thoughts about the first half?
Well, I'd say Bishops did a great job of really just junking things up a little bit. They play a great physical game, and they run a lot of stuff, make us work on both offensive and defensive end of the floor. So I think we just need to make sure that we work a little bit harder to get our big man involved and try to get them in a little bit more foul trouble.
How does it impact your offensive attack with having your two stars, Ray Lou and the big fella, out of the game? Langborg is such an important piece. He's one of the best players in San Diego County, and he's really a dynamic shooter who changes the whole geometry of the floor. What do you have to do now? What was the game plan going into the first half?
Well, the game plan originally was trying to get some pick and rolls going, try to see how they're going to defend us, and then try to see if we can get any sort of switches or mismatches for our big. And Jason got a couple early where he was getting some high lows. If we can mix that in a little bit better in the second half, he got a lot of touches early on, but try to pick that up in the second.
I noticed the Hapgoods are really ball dominant, but I also noticed the rejecting screens. Do you want them to reject screens, or do you want them to take it off that screen and force the Knights to make a decision? What is offensively you're trying to do?
No, offensively for the Twins, James and John, we prefer them to try to get downhill. They do a great job of getting to the free throw line and making it easier, relieving pressure for all of our shooters. So we're trying to get them to use the screens so we can put pressure on the screen defender. And if we can get downhill, we get a lot more dump-offs to Jason. So we can do that in the second.
Now, I noticed the zone. Can you tell me, are you zoning because of Chris Rose? When you zone, obviously, you're opening up the floor for Zach White, who's really one of the better shooters in the league. He has 3 threes. He didn't start the first couple minutes of the game. Are you talking about maybe staying in zone? I mean, what are your thoughts about why you decided to go to zone?
So our big thing with zone, we're switching from man and zone back and forth. Coach Levine for Bishops, they run a lot of great stuff. We just want to throw as much at them as we possibly can. Part of it is when we're running zone, we can track Zach White at the top of the key. He's been hitting some great contested shots from deep. We just got to do a better job of getting our hands higher up on him and making him put the ball on the floor. Also, Ryan Langborg out guarding. He's the one who typically guards Christian Rose, so it's harder for us to have Jason Taylor on him through the entire game in zone and man. So zone helps us try to combat that.
Give us a young player that's going to emerge in this second half that we can look for. Give me a Torrey who you think is going to have a good second half, who might be a key to the game.
Well, I'd say that James and John Hapgood, they're obviously the ones that you'd expect to, and they had a great game against Parker last game where it was a good confidence boost where they had to take control with Ryan out as well. So I think that they're going to, in the second half, trying to get more composure. I think this environment kind of got to them a little bit, but I think the second half, those two are going to be the ones that attack and try to create for others.
Now, I know that injuries are always very, very closely guarded, especially around Bill Belichick. But is Ryan Meyer the same way? Can you tell us what injuries do these two guys have today that are keeping them out of this game?
So Ryan Langborg, he's got an oblique injury. He's also been bothered with a cyst in his elbow. And Ray Lou's got an ankle injury. He's been nagging since December. So just trying to give them a little bit of rest because they just haven't been themselves lately. We'll see what happens. We trust our guys that we have on the floor right now to see if we can get a nice push in the second half.
Well, it's going to be very interesting. I wish you the best of luck, and I think it's going to be interesting in the playoffs here. It looks like you're going to be a Division I team. Last year you were an open team, and you can do a lot of damage in Division I. I really believe you have one of the more talented teams in San Diego County, and the ability to score 60, 70, 80 points on any given night. So I wish you well, and I think you're going to make some noise. It always helps to play in a good league, and I think the Coastal League is amongst the best, if not the best league. So good luck, and I wish you the best in the playoffs where it really counts.
I appreciate that, Coach. Thank you so much.
Thanks for staying with us. And 20 seconds before we go back, so we'll go off the air right now for a second. Thank you. Okay, welcome back to Eva Mayfleet. We have had a first half of a lot of recent action in that second quarter. It's 30-20. The Knights will take the ball out with Anthony Wood inbounding to Zach White and the team. Coach, tell us about the second half. What are the keys for the Knights? What are the keys for the Torreys?
Matt White's got to stay out of foul trouble. They got to keep running their offense and taking good shots. And Torrey needs to find a couple of more legitimate scorers that can consistently put the ball in the basket.
That side with dribble penetration and pull-up jumper. That side, somebody a lot of defenses really don't focus on. I think they focus on Rose and White and Wood, but Sy has become a very effective scorer in his own right. Knights are in man defense. Sy playing defense into Taylor, and it's an air ball, and it's a turnover. Boy, that's a tough turnover. So it's a 12-point game. That's just the kind of turnover that
you don't want.
Stops you from running out and putting this game into a different place. All right, White playing defense on Hapgood, top of the key. Spin and nice move. Hapgood with a nice move. You know, he's very skilled and very athletic for a freshman. See, both those guys have played a lot of basketball. White with the ball up top, comes off the screen, rejects the screen. There's Sy. Dribble penetration. There's too much dribbling and not enough space here. And White shoots from 25 feet and misses. And here comes the ball. Hapgood with the rebound. Into Sy, into Taylor.
Now see right there, Taylor's not even looking to score.
Hapgood here and hits the three. So Hapgood is aggressive. He's had the last 5 points of the game. John Hapgood.
What was a 12-point lead is now a 7-point lead.
And here comes White, yo-yoing, nice pass into Sy. Misses. And here comes John
There's
Hapgood.
an opportunity for Jolla Country Day. Nice.
And Rose.
Nice.
A great job using that length, 6'10", wingspan. And in comes Wayne Sodasani. Wayne Sodasani at the door. Former Bishops Knights, class of 87, star basketball player. There's Wayne. We have all kinds of Bishops celebrities tonight. We have, look like a travel by James Hapgood. Looks like John Hapgood is the more skilled of the two twins. John Hapgood has hit a three and just hit a layup. It looks like James Hapgood might be the better defender. He's covering the point guard right now, Anthony Wood. And here comes Wood yo-yoing down. Nice reversal, and Wood goes, oh, wow, Rose right to the
Nice move
rim.
by Rose. Now, my question is, why isn't he doing that more often?
You know, that is a great question. I think that's one of the reasons why we see the Torreys in zone defense. You saw him just go right by him. And here comes White, and it looks like split the Hapgood twins, and it's a foul.
A needless foul. A needless foul. Just get back and play good defense.
Just kind of a frustration foul there. So we want to do a shout out to our good friend Jesse Levine in Philadelphia.
I was wondering when you were going to bring him into the telecast.
Jesse is watching the game. It's past my bedtime in Philadelphia. Jesse, I hope you're sleeping. Or maybe you're watching the game live. You're watching the game live. It is midnight there. We shout out to you, into James.
That was too easy.
We want to do a shout out to Philadelphia, the home of the Eagles, the home of the Sixers. The Tobias Harris trade is going to put the Sixers over the top in the East.
You think so?
That's what some say. Well, they look great on paper. Nice pass into Sy, inside, outside Cartwright. There's Cartwright's value right there.
There you got it. Yep.
Cartwright keeps the ball alive into Zach White. That is the value of a player like a Graham Cartwright.
Just a good hustle play, kept the ball alive. And
reminds me a lot of a guy named Steve Mix for the old Philadelphia 76ers.
boy, there's some history there.
There's some history. Hapgood with the ball, dribble drive. And Hapgoods are keeping the Torreys in the game right now. It's 36-29. These guys are freshmen and really have done a good job coming to the league. Nice ball reversal. And here comes Rose again from the top. Oh!
What?
Looks like Hapgood with the charge. Looked like, Coach, what do you think about that play?
I thought he got fouled before the charge.
I didn't see a lot of contact on that charge. We'd love to see the replay here, but do we have the replay monitor? Let's just check. No, we're just going to go back to live. It looks like Hapgood did a little bit of a fall into the big fella, and nice pass.
Why?
No help on the backside,
Yeah,
Coach.
but why? Why are you fronting that guy?
And a foul on number 25 for the Tories, Keon Baham. So, excuse me. So 36-31. This is a game the Tories have climbed back into. The Knights continue to extend it out to 12 points, and the Tories keep coming back. So give the Tories credit. They are scrapping here. It's Taylor and the Twins, really. There's White yo-yoing up top of the key here. And it's a set they like to run here with the dribble handoff over, and it's another slip right in the. And now he's matched up with 6'9" Taylor. Rose takes him out and attacks. Gets on balance and hits it. Driving right, stepping left. That's a nice move, Coach.
It was.
Rose sees the advantage of taking advantage of a bigger player. And Wood, and the ball is picked up. And here comes Hapgood to his brother. And there's the spin. I always think anytime a player spins in the middle of the key, you got to catch that spin with your chest. There's got to be better help. Here comes Wood, dribble drive, nice jump stop, a wonderful pass inside. Now there's the jump stop we were talking about,
right,
Coach.
Right, that's twice he's been under control. Got the layup.
Speaking of Philadelphia, Jay Wright right now is smiling about that play. King of the jump stops. Into Taylor, turning face.
Yeah, see, right there. Taylor made no attempt to put a move on, and he had an open shot.
Hapgood
I would stay behind Taylor the whole time. I would not front him at all.
And ball into
Let's
Taylor.
see what he does
see what
here.
He does. Drop step, left hand hook.
Oh.
Nice touch on that left hand hook. Little jump hook.
Yeah. But I'd still stay behind him.
Here comes White, dribble drive. Over to Cartwright. Nice pass inside out. Turns it down. Oh, wow, Rose with a nice little pull up off 1 foot. Cartwright, his hands on the ball. It looks like the Tories have secured the ball. 40-33 with 2 minutes and 48 seconds. In comes Owen Hill for the Knights. Owen Hill is a sophomore, and he is going to come in for the Knights. It's the first sub the Knights have made. It's really not a fast-paced game, so you can play your top 5 or 6 players. Hapgood with the pull-up jumper. And another Hapgood rebound, and Rose with the ball. Strong, and a foul. That looked like just a frustration foul, Coach.
And I thought he got fouled when he first got the rebound, too, and they called the second one. You know, it seems like such a simple game to call. Call the reach, call the shooting foul, and call the over the back. And just about everything else calls itself.
Second foul on Baham. And a little bit of pressure here. White with the ball, yo-yoing up and down. Baham defending him. White goes by him. And in comes into penetration. Nice inside-outside. Good help on the backside. Good inside-outside. Oh, that looked like a foul there. And nothing called.
Get up and play. Now there's a frustration foul. He thought he got fouled on his team.
Yep, there's a foul. That's his third foul, Zach White, and that was definitely something of frustration. Yeah, referees miss the call sometimes, but you have to play through it and you have to make the next play. I don't like the flopping. I don't know if you
I'm not a fan of the flop.
To me, it's coming from the Euro soccer game. I'm not sure if that's a fact, but I just don't like when players flop. It's something that has trickled down from the NBA. I think when a player shoots the ball, he should only fall if he gets hit. If not, he should get back on defense because you have to make the next best action. There we have a little pick and roll action, guard to guard, and they can just switch it. And a little catch at the elbow, looks like a travel. So Pizio throws up a quick shot. Rebound to Rose, and White with the ball. 40-33 with a minute 53 seconds left to go. And we have a dribble handoff at the top. And I think Rose feels very confident. He looked like he missed that shot.
And he got whacked again, no call.
And they opened up the middle, and there's definitely contact and no foul. So a lot of contact here. We've seen 3 definitely situations. And in comes dash sign. That looks like a lot of contact and a foul.
They finally called it.
And again, the level of frustration on both teams is palpable, as they say. So I see that was unnecessary.
Boy,
I would like to see
that's
Cy.
a $5 word.
I would like to see Cy gather his steps, get on balance, and finish with two hands instead of going underhand, right?
Right.
Then you have a chance for a real three-point play, the
Right.
kind that you and I used to like.
Right.
You take it up, you get fouled, and you get to go to the foul line.
But I would rather talk about that $5 word you just used, palpable.
Well, Coach, we are at a fantastic academic institution, and La Jolla Country Day is a fantastic school as well. So let's use some words that describe what we see. Here we have Cy with the first free throw. It is good. As we said, Cy is really kind of one of the most improved players on the team. I'd say if I had to pick two improved players, it would be Dash Cy and Zach White. They have really stepped up their game from last year, their sophomore seasons.
Bishop's back up by 9 with a minute and 20 to play.
That looked like a little backdoor set with Taylor running a little backdoor pass to Hapgood, ball deflected. And yeah, this game is still tight. It's still close enough here. I think John Hapgood's going to have to do something to take over here, number 22. All right, so another drive into too much defense, and White with the ball yo-yoing into Rose, who pulls up and makes a nice pass. And the ball stays on the same side of the floor. Wood dribbling, yo-yoing. Ball stays on the same side of the floor. All right, here's the switch, and there's a bad foul. Anytime you have a switch, a double with a big man, you trap him on the sideline. That was an unfortunate foul. There's a timeout called on the floor here. 54.1 seconds. Coach, let's talk. What do you And we're back live. 54.1 seconds, 42-33. The Knights are up against the Tories. Coach, any thoughts about the last minute of the first quarter, third quarter?
Good shot.
Ball's yo-yo, 10 seconds on the clock. Oh, nice look into Christian Rose. You know, when the ball moves with a purpose, the game is the beautiful game.
Oh, when it's played hard and it's played right, it's the best game in the world. Like ballet and fast motion.
Ballet and fast motion. I like it. Now the lob to the big fella. A set play is
The what was it? What's the Russian ballet company?
Bolshoi Ballet there.
Yeah.
The Bolshoi Ballet. Those guys would be great players if they could ever shoot it. If they could run and jump. Slide their feet. Here we go. Rose setting the screen. Wood brings it up. Over to White. Over back to Rose. Knights are starting to flow a little bit on offense. I think they feel like they have a matchup here in the post. Ever since the zone was taken off by the Torres. Here's a little set play with a fade. White shoots a contested shot and hits it. And it's a three to the corner. That's a dagger there. 47-33. 7 seconds left. 6, 5. Hapgood with the three in the corner, and it's a travel.
Wow. How quickly the game turned there.
That was a key set right there. A play that they run where they bring Zach White off a fade and inbounds the ball. And that is the end of the third quarter with the Knights of 47-33. Wow.
That was a hell of a minute and 20 seconds for the Bishop Knights there.
That is a surge. Now, so you're coaching. Where's music? All right, music again. And we're back. We're in the fourth quarter, 8 minutes left to go in the game. 47-33, the Knights are up. And here we have John Hapgood yo-yoing up the top. Basel Pizio runs a little ball screen. Comes off it. It's interesting. I don't see teams use the ball screen. They set the ball screen, but they don't use it. So we have another ball screen into the big. Taylor steps back, and nice touch on that
now
shot.
There was a move. So there he showed me a little something there the last 2 times he touched the ball. And if he can do that consistently, why aren't they going inside more?
Well, there's contact on the play. Rose gets his shot blocked by Taylor.
And Rose has just got to take it hard to the rim and stop worrying about what Taylor might or might not do. Just attack his shoulder and attack the rim.
Nice out of bounds play. That's called a curl screen. And we have a nice little pass to White on the backside.
Kind of a rush shot. Oh, good hustle by Wood.
Wood with the nice play over the top. And he buys another possession here. Buys another possession. Zach White's going to take the ball out of bounds. Anytime a shooter takes the ball out of bounds, I always suspect that the shooter's going to get it back. Here he comes off the side screen into the big fella. Oh, it's off his back. Owen Hill.
What was that?
It was an errant pass into another errant pass. You know, I see a lot of young players for the Torreys. I think this is kind of the story of their game. You take away their 2 dynamic seniors and you see a lot of youth.
And you can also see how important those 2 seniors are to the team.
It really changes the whole game. Oh, nice ball movement. Owen Hill, good skip opposite. Side penetrates. One more into the corner. Owen Hill. And nice inside, outside. Like the ball change inside, side, top side. A great middle penetration. And here come the Torreys. 47-35. You know, they haven't scored for a while. And here we go with Hapgood up the top.
Had the pull-up, didn't take it.
Back into Taylor. Looked like it extended his arm, but he got it.
Yeah,
so
and he's getting away with it.
47-37.
If I'm Torrey, I'm going inside to him every time.
Well, that was an unnecessary foul. James Hapgood, probably the best ball defender the Torrey have, but very aggressive unnecessarily. Torreys now have 14 fouls, and the Knights will shoot foul shots at 7. And a 4th foul here for James Hapgood. You know, one thing I'd like to see John Hapgood get more shots. It looks like he's their best perimeter offensive player. Here comes Zach White yo-yoing down. He gets it into Cartwright, and the ball is stripped. And it is a loose ball.
If I'm Nick Levine, I'm going to take a timeout right here. Things have not been going well.
And Knights have possession of the ball. 6 minutes and 15 seconds. Yeah, it's gotten a little bit sluggish here. Let's see what the Knights have here. Looks like they might be zoning here. So we have a zone. 2-3 zone. White left to open up the top. Pulls it out. There's a fresh shot clock. 18 seconds. Here comes White off the screen. A nice pass into Cartwright. Nice pass into
Nice
Cartwright.
shot by Cartwright. And that was a foul. That was a nice play by Cartwright.
Here comes Taylor with the ball. Hapgood deep. And nice rebound again. Cartwright showing why Coach Levine really trusts him in key situations. He's a good rebounder, and he's really a guy who is a gritty defender. Oh, that looked like a lot of contact to White. Back to Wood. And they really play well together. Wood to White, White to Wood. It sounds like a law firm. Holy moly. You know, that really speaks a lot. That is one of the reasons why I think the Knights have had such an effective year. They've really gotten solid backcourt play from their 2 guards. Nice jump hook, in and out. Taylor.
Bishop's up by 15 now. Let's see what they
Bishop's
can
up by
extend the lead.
15. Here we go, 52-37, 5 minutes left. And the Knights are going to go into that motion pattern they like. Settles them in. I equate this to the running game. You get looks, you control tempo, and it looked like he traveled. Unless your name is James Harden. And it's a rebound by James Taylor. Or Jason Taylor, excuse me. And in comes Hapgood, and he dribble drives, tough angle.
Oh!
It's a bad foul.
Why are you bailing him out? That was a bad call by the referee.
You know, I like to tell my players, unless you're a shot blocker, stay on the ground and just make it a tough angle, but don't foul a player. And I look at this team, and I only see one shot blocker for the Knights, and his name's Christian Rose. So, and for the Torreys, I see one shot blocker, and it's Jason Taylor. All right, so John Hapgood. So one of the games within the games is John Hapgood has really not gotten a lot of shots and has not been aggressive in this second half after a flurry of points in the third quarter. So I wonder if he'll take over now. I think the Torreys need him to be aggressive.
I still think they need to keep going inside to Jason Taylor, but they're going to have to get some defensive stops here.
I think they've got to get some stops, and they've got to get the ball down the floor and attack. Speed the game up without fouling and create more possessions to get to the foul line. And quick shot by the Knights, and a turnover. You know, the turnovers really, to me, look like just inexperience. I mean, that's unforgivable if you're in a close game, down 13 points, and you're just throwing the ball away to a guy.
Yeah, every possession counts here.
Every possession counts.
We're approaching 4 minutes to go in the game.
And it looks like a foul on Hapgood, and that will be his 5th foul. That is a big foul. James Hapgood has just fouled out. He's really probably their best perimeter defender, so what does Coach Meyer do? Bring in another shooter maybe? But that is his 5th foul. So he fouls out with 4 minutes and 38 seconds. I really think the Torreys have to speed the game up and not foul, and that is going to be a challenge. It looks like they need another player here. 4 players, Coach.
Yeah, he sure is taking his time to bring in his 5th player. And he's saying a few words to the referees, too.
Wonder if they're Valentine's Day's words, Coach. What do you think? And here we go. We have Reese in the game, number 4, Aiden Reese, who gave him quality minutes. 6'3" player, guard forward. So, 4 minutes and 38
it's getting
seconds.
a little chippy in here.
It looks like
Myers was just warned to stay in the coaching box.
And here we go. Zach White with the ball inbounded. Little cross down screen. Looks like a zone the Torreys are in. And Wood with the ball up top here. Knights have a full clock. They have 26 seconds, 24 seconds on the shot clock. Wood, Yoan up at the top of the key into White. And there's Wood. Nice interchange right there. Wood's open 3 is short. And here comes Reese. And Reese looked like he was out of control, and White bailed him out there, Coach.
And I don't understand. He wasn't shooting the ball, so why is he getting 2 shots?
I thought he just took his step, so I don't know why did he.
He was not in his shooting motion. That ball should be taken out of bounds. You know what the Knights have done much better this half? Stayed out of foul trouble.
They've done a much better job. They've done a much better job of contesting shots, keeping people in front of them. And this is a young kind of thin crew here for the Torreys. The second one's missed, and the ball is out of bounds. It's out of bounds against the Knights, and that's a big possession right there for the Torreys. Looks like a timeout on the floor. So 52-40, the 4 minutes and 10 seconds. And we are back to live play, and it's another turnover. And this is that's hard when you call a timeout, you call a play, and you turn the ball over. You can really see, Coach, the fact that their 2 seniors are out. Ball inbound into White, into Wood. Knights 52-40, sprint down the floor. White turns down the shot to shoot a pull-up, misses. Rose with the rebound. Back out to Wood. Good patience here. Over to Cy. Knights using the shot clock. Torreys are pressuring a little bit more. And the deflection, and it will be Knights' ball. No, it'll be Torrey's ball.
Should have been Knights' ball.
Looked like a deflection.
25 touched that last.
Number 25, Keon Boeheim.
Same guy who just got done throwing a ball away.
In comes Hapgood to the lane and a basket. That's his first basket and a much-needed basket for the Torreys. It's a 10-point game with 3 minutes and 34 seconds left.
And that's how you take the ball to the basket.
Wood yo-yoing. Knights are over to Cartwright, over to Wood, wide open. And Wood shot is short. Hapgood with the ball up top of the key. And it's a travel, without a doubt. You know, I've just seen plays that I think normally don't happen. You have a lot of players that I think are playing more minutes than they normally play, and you can see their inexperience.
Ball in the air, feet in the air.
And here we have White with the ball, pressure on him, 3 minutes and 10 seconds. It's a 10-point lead for the Knights. Back to White from Wood, into Cy. Cy shoots in and out. And White with the rebound. He's got to clear it out. They have a new shot clock here. And nice pass into Cartwright. 54-42. Knights are in control. We're under 3 minutes. And in comes Hapgood from the ball down the court. Needs something quick to the rim, maybe a foul. And Hapgood's shot is missed, but he gets his own rebound. Shot is missed. Cy with the rebound. And here comes Cartwright over to Wood. Back over to Rose. Trap on the Rose, over to White. Good poise.
Take your time. You got 17 seconds still.
Ball's in the tight spot. Ooh.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Cartwright saves another play. Oh, here we go with White. Oh, we got fouled.
He gets bailed out.
Got foul. They call a foul on Taylor. White is going to go to the foul line. Again, Cartwright keeping a loose ball alive by getting there and getting right to the loose ball and going. Zach White will shoot 2 foul shots here. 54-42. 2 minutes and 2 seconds left to go in the game. This is a tough time here. So Basil Pizio is going to come in the game for the Torreys along with Sam Coleman. Now, Basil Pizio and Coleman give the Torreys some perimeter shooting here. So let's see if the Torreys will speed it up. What are you doing the last couple minutes here now? You're down 12 points, Coach. Could be down 13. What are you doing the last couple minutes?
Well, you got to press. You got to get good shots. And you got to make your shots. And then you got to speed the game up a little bit.
I'd like to see the Torreys speed it up. I'd like to see a high ball screen and get Hapgood to the rim. And they shoot a quick 3 here, and it's in. Now that really is unforgivable there. The Knights were not ready, and I'm not sure why. There's a open 3 given up by the Knights. Now it's a 10-point game, so that went down very quickly. And we're back. Minute 54 left. The Knights are up 55-45. And the Torreys had just hit a 3-point shot to cut the game to 10 points. Dom Haley will take the ball out of bounds. Dom Haley was our starting center and quarterback this year. Passes it into Wood, and out to Cam Azir. So Haley and Azir are on the floor with Wood, White, and Wood's drive is...
Ooh, that looked like a foul. It wasn't called again.
Wood's drive is blocked, but there was a lot of contact. Wood's on the ground still. See, hope he gets up here. A lot of contact there, Coach. Now tell me, what is your interpretation of what just happened? Are they suggesting that there was contact after the block, so therefore there's no foul? What do you think they're thinking?
I think they're not thinking. To me, that's 2 free throws for Bishop Knight. He got hit twice. Once by the guy who was supposed to be guarding him, and after the shot by the guy who knocked him to the ground.
Yeah, I don't see how you can miss that much contact there. And Wood comes out and he's hobbled. Hopefully he's okay. Graham Cartwright in to check in for Wood. So we have Cartwright and Haley and Azir and, of course, Chris Rose. So Zach White will inbound the ball. Minute 39, 10-point lead. Now, what are you telling Bishops right now?
Take your time, work the clock. Let's get a good shot. Let's take it to the basket. Jump hook.
Nice ball fake there. Nice ball fake, and Haley with the nice shot. And that was a nice little play there. He ball faked to the corner and just took the 15-footer that was given to him. Oh, that's Graham Cartwright again. That's probably the 5th or 6th loose ball he just tracked down.
Yeah, I love his hustle. I love his blue-collar work ethic.
He is winning possessions for the Knights. Now here's Haley, the senior. Back to White. Dribble penetration. There's contact.
Oh, that's it.
And that could be the dagger, Coach.
That's it.
59-45. Good inside, outside action. Good penetration. And White's going to the line. Nice left hand floater hook shot for Zach White. So we are a minute 8 left in this game.
That play makes it sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Turn off the lights. The party's over. Here we go. Dribble drive. Ball's up top. Oh, nice penetration. And looks like it is off the Knights.
That was a good move. I liked it. He took it hard to the basket.
Looks like there's another player. Ball's inbounded. John Hapgood up at the top of the key, into the big Jason Taylor, back out for 3, inside out. And
Look at Cartwright battling again.
Nice job, Haley, good vision, and he's got it down pass, and here we go, Chris Rose.
Look at Cartwright, there he is again.
There he is again. Graham Cartwright is really, I wonder how many rebounds he gets on the offensive end. I wonder how many loose balls he gets. And the Knights will hold the ball out now. They're up 60-45. And that looks like that is going to be it. The Knights are going to win 60-45 in what was a very well-attended, spirited senior night. And we have a lot of alumni here tonight with their kids. And we have a very rowdy student section. And the Knights have won 60-45. And, Coach, I think that makes the sweep tonight. At the JV game earlier today, boys JV game, the Knights won. The girls varsity, Coach Marlon Wells, your former player, head coach of the girls varsity team, won against Terry Bamford and the Lady Torreys at Jolla Country Day. And now we have the Bishops Knights winning against the Torreys on the boys varsity level. What are your thoughts about tonight's game?
Roller coaster. You know, Bishops get off to a lead, Torrey come back. Bishops extend the lead, Torreys come back. It was that way in the first half, and it was that way in the second half.
I agree. I felt that there was a clear sea change tonight. I felt when I watched the first game that you didn't get a chance to see a couple weeks ago, the Torreys really put it on the Knights with their pressure and with their explosive offense. And in that game, the two seniors combined for 30 points and really pushed them ahead. Tonight they really missed and didn't have an offensive identity. You know, you take one of the best shooters off your team and one of the best senior point guards off your team, and you're going to feel that. And so I felt that that was really a hard adjustment for the Torreys to make in one game.
And the Torreys struggled to score points tonight. You know, I mean, looking back, if I were to play this game over again, I would have made a real emphasis to go inside to Taylor. You know, but they didn't. They were inconsistent about going inside to Taylor, and he was pretty effective when he did get the ball. So, and you're right, they missed their two senior scorers.
And then on the other hand, you know, the Knights are really rounding into a much more complete team. Well,
yeah, it looks like they're going to be the number 4 seed in Division II as we go into the playoffs next Tuesday.
And, you know, the team that I think is really interesting is the Point Loma team. Yeah. The team that really interesting is that Point Loma high school team that could end up playing the Knights. But speaking about the Knights, I like what is happening. There's a real good synergy between Zach White and Anthony Wood. They're playing well together, playing for each other, and they're doing a good job of penetrating and find each other, and they know their roles. I think Graham Cartwright's been a tremendous addition as a senior, tough offensive rebounder, kind of like a power forward, and then Christian Rose is finding his way on the offense.
Yeah, and I can't say enough about Cartwright. I really like the way he plays. He's unselfish. He doesn't need to play with the ball. He gives you all the kind of hustle plays that you need. You know, he's good around the basket. He plays under control. You know, you got to love a kid like that on your team.
And I think one of the beneficiaries of all of the attention that teams give to Rose and White and Wood is Cy, you know. Dash Cy is a 6'1 junior who has really elevated his game. He's got a compact stroke, and he really finds spots to hit shots in the corner. So I feel like the Knights are really hitting their stride right now, and I want to think that they'll be able to play really well in this Division II playoff series because they've been really tested. It's like the Coastal League today reminds me of the old Western League, the Western League that you and I coached in, where there was never an off night. Now, I thought that Western League between the two of us, Coach, might have been a little better, a little bit more athletic and a little bit more rugged. But this is the value of playing in a tough league. I always felt in the old Western League that our La Jolla Vikings, your Mission Bay Bucks, Terry Stonebreakers, UC Centurions, Mike Hops, Saints were always prepared to win the game.
Yeah, you're exactly right. You know, when I was walking in tonight, I was thinking, you know, Bishops has done a pretty remarkable job in a very, very tough Coastal League. And I was thinking the same thing about how the Western League and the Coastal League are probably the two best leagues south of the 56 this year. You know, they're deep, they're competitive, good coaching. So
we want to thank our audience. We are thrilled that we could do this. Is our third and last broadcast of the 2018-2019. I'm a history teacher. I live in the past. Want to say goodbye to all our friends out there. Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, the city of the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, Jesse Levine. We wish you the best out there. Want to thank all our fans in Ohio, the Wood family. We are thrilled to do this. Next year we hope to do more games. Coach, it has been a pleasure to see you, to work with you. This has been a real fun opportunity for me, and I thank you for all the good work you've done.
Ditto, buddy. It's always a pleasure to hang out with you. When it comes to basketball.
That's right. Signing off, Nanu Nanu.